As you know, I've been doing a bit of research on how to move on after a breakup and a divorce, and this covers men and women as well. And I've been emailing a couple of people as well about how they're coping and what they're doing. And the biggest one, to be honest with you, is when your partner leaves, you have to tell yourself that person that they used to be is dead, you know? And I get that. I think that's a good idea. I think the person that I was married to and spent all those years with and loved and worshipped and everything, I have to tell myself now that she no longer exists. And there's a lot of merit to that, I think. Because obviously when the love of your life leaves you, you're upset with them and you're angry with them, and you don't know how to move on. I suppose the one way to process it is just to think to yourself that person no longer exists. And I think that's some quite wise words there. I definitely see a lot of merit in that, and I can understand where that theory comes from. But on the flip side of that, for me, I don't know about you guys, is I still love her, okay? I don't love what she did to me, obviously. I can't stand what she did. I think that was it's just heartbreaking to know that I was just got rid of, cast aside really quickly without even a discussion on what was going on, what the problem was, and how we could possibly want to heal it, you know, sort things out. If there was a problem after a certain amount of time, why would you not want to fix the problem instead of throwing absolutely everything away? Obviously, you know, I know there's a lot of guys on here that could say, well, she no longer loved you, she found another man, blah, 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 you know, and I get that. But I have to believe myself that I'd done everything that I could to keep her happy and loved and looked after. So why wouldn't that person want to fix the problem rather than just clicking the fingers and ending everything? You know, that bothers me. That is the biggest problem. I mean, if there was a problem that couldn't be resolved, then I would happily, you know, sort of walk away and shake hands, walk away, you know, in good faith. But when there wasn't even an element of trying to fix the problem, that is the fucking biggest issue that I've got. You know, I would have done anything to figure out what was going on and sort things out, you know, readjust the way that we was living, or whether I was doing something wrong or something just weren't working, then we could have tried to figure it out. You know, that's what I would have done if I'd have had a problem with a marriage, instead of just fucking walking away and axing everything. I just don't think that's right, but each to their own. So I can feel myself getting angry now, and this is another thing I wanted to talk about. I was watching a TikTok this morning of a guy that's also going through a divorce, and he was saying how his triggers affect him physically, and that physical feeling can affect him for hours and hours and hours at a time. And believe me, he's absolutely right there. I can get triggered by, well, as you know, the music, or somewhere I go, or someone saying something to me, and I will feel that inside. It's not just a mental pain, it really is a physical thing that manifests, you know, it really is. It's like all these bad things are connected to your nervous system, and it just activates you, you know, and it just makes you feel crap all day, you know, if not longer. And I think that's, you know, I wish I'd stood around and fucking got hold of this guy's contact details and had a chat with him. You know, he's a Welshman as well. He's down in Wales, he is, and you know, I see where he's coming from with that. Sorry, my topics are all over the place. My mind's racing at the minute. Anyway, just going back to the fact that people, you know, say that they try and think of their ex-partner as dead. You know, I understand that, and like I said, it carries a lot of merit, but I still carry that love for my ex-wife, and I still wish her all the best. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie, if there was a problem, if she was in danger or needed help, I know I'd be there. You know, I would. I'd hop in the car straight away and get to her to help her out. And I know that's probably not the right thing to do, because she wouldn't do that for me, and I know that, I understand that, but I think I've got this built-in thing where I would just do that. You know, I'd protect her, because I don't want any harm to come to her, regardless of whether she wants me or her feelings towards me, whether she loves me or not. And I know she don't love me, you know, of course she don't, you know, but I would still do that for her. That just has to be the way it is, you know. I can't let go of that. I know all the trolls out there calling me fucking stupid or you're an idiot, you know, whatever. I understand, and I understand the nasty comments that are probably going to come. But that's me. I don't want her to be in danger, you know, and I really don't. But again, the more I think into it, the more I analyse it, which is probably the wrong thing to do, is why do I feel that way to someone that completely deleted me from her life? You know, blocked phone numbers, emails, fucking social media. Not that she used it a lot, but she just deleted me from everything. Didn't even want to see that I was okay. You know, didn't want to, I don't know. It's just, you go through that amount of time being together and being married, and then they decide they don't want you anymore, and then they completely fucking erase you from their life. And that is the one thing that fucking really, that I struggle with. As I said before in the earlier videos, it was fine, you know, split up, you know, do a separation, see how you feel, and then contact each other. Have a like a trial separation. But for me, it wasn't like that. She dumped me on the Monday evening via a text message, and then on a Friday afternoon, I got the email saying that she had filed for divorce. You know, that hit me hard, as I've said before. That really did. Just seeing that happen so quick and sending all my stuff back was just more than I could fucking handle at the time, you know. She'd obviously checked out a long time ago and you know, felt a certain way, but it doesn't change the fact that it fucking hurt me more than anything that I've ever had to deal with, actually. Anyway, but yes, all right, it was in October, and we're a good few months into the future now, but you know, it's still raw, and it still fucking hurts to think about, you know. I know I appreciate all of the comments and all the advice, and all of the ones that are emailing me are really nice people, and honestly, I respect all of you that have done that. You know, I really do, with all of your really kind words and advice, that means the world to me. You know, the ones that are just sending me fucking nasty stuff, whatever, you know, carry on, do what you got to do. But there is some good people out there, and that's why I continue to make these videos, you know, just to speak with other people. And I hope that my story can possibly help other people as well, people that are in their early stages of being divorced and broken up with. Hopefully you can see that slowly things will get better, you know, and I believe that they will. I believe moving forward is just going to take a little bit of time. You know, I've had an email this morning from Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. He's put a couple of things there for me to watch, which helps him, and I'm going to give that a go today as well and see how we get on with that. But there are good people out there, and I believe sharing the story like I'm doing is beneficial. I know there's been a couple of comments saying that this is probably the worst thing to do, is sharing my story, and you know, on keeping my feelings, I don't know, inside me. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think getting all this off my chest every single day is beneficial for me, regardless of the amount of people that watch it and join in and interact with me. I can sit here in front of this camera early in the morning at work and get all this shit off my chest, and it works for me. So that's why I do what I do. Anyway, I think that's all I've got to say for the minute. Thank you for watching, honestly, that means a lot, and I will speak to you again tomorrow.